right, we're back with another episode of Kangz Council, episode 6, the only podcast that may actually be a prerequisite for your college courses at Berkeley. What is up, y'all? We're ready. We got the professor in all things hell sweep and perfect electrics, despair.
Oh my god, dude. She looks retarded. Yo.
And then we got the first professor that's gonna fail you for whether or not you were mashing or blocking. Follow your dreams.
Yo, what's up, man? So you do know the difference.
You do know the difference. And then if textbooks were DLC, we got the homie who has owned the entire collection of Dead or Alive, Cosmic Kaiser.
Wow.
True fact. You know what? Hey, I made my choice, okay? Brog activities, all right? Fuck off.
Too. I just didn't buy the costumes like he did.
Whatever.
And of course, our
what's
official first fighting game flunky, we got Kid Crazy in the building.
Damn right. Damn right.
It's true, though.
It's true,
We love him, though. We love him, though.
And then it's your boy Super Freak 187 here, and as we prep our syllabus for this semester, what the fuck is that Berkeley fighting games college course?
I can't do this.
For those of you who don't know, Berkeley has essentially what's an elective, and it is a course on fighting games. You can learn how to become a good fighting game player, right? You got the course description.
Who has a lot of? Who's the guy that has a lot of money and a lot of time that pitch that idea to them and let them do that? Because who the fuck is signing up for this?
Okay, well, first of all, I mean, look, but the thing is, here's the thing, right? So for those of you who don't live in California, right, there's the regular schools that are kind of like basic, and then there's the UC system that's usually like upper tier, and there's like 9 of them, right? So one of them is UC Berkeley, one of the best schools in the country, right, in the US. And well, all UCs have a like unit requirement. So like, you basically what it means is like you do your major, you do your minor or whatever, and then like there's general classes that you need to fill, and there's like a unit requirement. So you can use, so basically you can earn 2 units by taking this game to be a fighting game player. So like if you already play fighting games and you're trying to graduate from UC Berkeley, I mean, this I would definitely take this class to get the 2 units.
Don't do that. Just go take a wellness course or some shit, bro. Like
two credits though? That's not bad.
Up to 2 units.
2 credits.
No, 2 units is not bad. Yeah.
Go take something. I get it. But go take go take physical education. Go take wellness course. Go take health.
Yeah,
but
the thing is, you might have like a bunch of different. It's not just a fighting game course. There's a bunch of different courses that they offer that you can get your.
I know, but I'm specifically talking about the fighting game thing. Because I'm like, man, because there are schools that offer like esports stuff, how to get into esports, this commentary, that, which basically just boils down to how to network and public speak, right?
It's communications.
So it's
Let's
actual. So stuff like that is actual useful skills you're gonna get.
Yeah.
It being like that article that we're referencing is very specific about how to be good at fighting games.
Well,
I'm like,
and it's actually legit. I found the link and everything. Like it's
like
pretty
said,
legit.
If you need a filler, if you need credit,
well, honestly, like if we're not like approaching it from a serious standpoint and not joking about it, right? Like in order for that to get approved, they had to have presented a curriculum. They had to have presented an entire curriculum with lesson plans. In order for it to get approved. So I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't go like in depth in regard to frame data, right? Like blocking. And that's like actual like things that can take lesson plans and time, right? Like if you're trying to teach someone fighting games on a not on a beginner level.
The only way you're pitching that to someone is if they have zero idea.
Yeah, but they can see that. They can see spreadsheets and they can see data, and they'll just be like, well, this might actually be educational, right? Like, it might be worth something. It's an elective, bro. Like, I'll tell you right now, you could say don't waste your time on it, but at some point, you're near done. You're near graduating. You just need 2 credits, 2 honey packets to graduate, and your brain is fucking fried. I'm taking the fighting game course, my guy. I took
would too.
intro to the internet because I needed a communication credit. I was like,
Yeah, but
intro
yeah,
to the
that's
internet,
crazy.
solid in there. That
Yeah,
course
but
was easy.
even taking something like that, even if it was easy, you have a 50-50 chance of taking something out of that you didn't know before. Like, if you're already, obviously, if you're like us, there's nothing you can really learn from an intro to the internet course. But to someone else, they could get something out of that. I'm not gonna shit on it. I'm not shitting on it, right? But I just find it funny because it's like, damn, UC Berkeley, bro, of all the places, right? I could take so much shit that would be so relevant to my life. Why the heck? Let me stop. All right, let me stop.
Wait, and then, you know,
hold on. There was a point in my life where I probably would have been like, yes, I'm taking that shit ASAP. Like when I was like 21, 22, when I was really like into that shit, and I was like, yeah, man, fighting game, I love this shit. I would have been like, oh hell yeah. But it's just funny thinking about it now. Like, I want to be in that room when they got pitched the idea. Because you had a lot of money.
Think about taking the course and just bodying the professor in front of the whole class.
Right?
Yeah.
No, watch the professor be like Justin Wong.
No. But what if the
That would be
professor
crazy.
bodies you, bro?
That's
I
true
would
too.
body me.
Dude,
But
that's
then
why
again,
the meme.
But then again, the point of the class is to, well, I don't know. I would hope I don't body the fucking master. I would body the teacher, bro. Like, because I would be like, why are you teaching this class then?
Remember those who can't
teach. Yes. Yeah, you're right. Yes. You're right. That's so funny though. It's just weird. It's just crazy that the world we live in now where this is acceptable stuff. That's what I'm more excited about is that it's acceptable for stuff like that to exist now. Like that's the cool part to me. Not what you actually get from the class, but the fact that it exists is great.
Yeah. But you know what I found out? Apparently from Ultra David, he said in his text, like those classes were going on when he was going to UC Berkeley. So
yeah, stuff like that's been around for a while.
Yeah, so it's not like this was just this new class that just happened. I guess it just went viral.
Yeah, someone discovered it and just made a tweet about it.
Yeah, and then you know, people thought it was kind of cool, like because we never thought you'd have a class on fighting games. Obviously, fighting games are super deep and whatever, and I don't know.
Yeah,
like,
it was a school. I think it's in like Florida or something. It was just like years ago. This had to have been like a little bit close to a decade ago. They had like courses for like Smash Bros, like how to be good at Smash and commentary and all this other shit, like League, all this other shit. So it's been around for a while, yeah. But I don't know, man. Like you could I'm so weird about stuff like that because you could just go on fucking YouTube, bro. But having more
but that's the answer for everything nowadays anyway. You could go to YouTube to learn the shit that you can actually like, and then there's a whole argument like, well, what's even the point of going to college when I can learn everything I need to learn?
It depends on the kind of person you are. Because me personally, nothing will ever beat. Like I am one of the advocates for, you know, college is at this point right now kind of I don't want to say a waste of time. It's a waste of money. Like,
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
100% agree.
But the thing is, I am the kind of person where I would do it again because I like structure, right? Like, yeah, I could go on YouTube right now and just watch a video. Like, I'm learning Korean right now, right? I could just go on fucking, you know, Rosetta Stone, Duolingo, YouTube, watch a bunch of videos, all this other shit, right? But something about having that structure there, you got to be to class on time. They give you you get the syllabus, you read the syllabus, you know what to expect from the class. They give you the homework every week. And then you have like a structure. You're forced to do it, right? Because first of all, you paid for it, right? So you better fucking like. So
Otherwise,
like having
time.
structure makes things easier to learn for me. But I'm sure a bunch of people could just go on YouTube and just learn something ASAP. But I like having structure.
I think that's the issue is that everyone learns differently. Some people learn better doing certain things. Some people learn better interacting. Some people learn better with the curriculum structure. Some people, I think the school system now is being criticized for being old-fashioned because not everybody, it's exactly that. Not everybody learns the same way. So why do we force all the kids to sit in a room and try and learn the same way, you know?
Oh, don't start on that.
I learned how to play games. I learned how to play games the same way I learned how to do shit in school. I literally I literally look at shit. I make a note of shit in my brain, and I'm like, okay, yeah, let me practice that. Let me study this. Let me do that. That's literally how it is. But some people just be like, okay, yeah, let me just do this. Like, I don't know. I'm like in between doer and I'm more like I'm hands-on, but then I'm still like I still need structure at the same time. Like it's very weird.
I'm the same way. You know what it was like for me. I don't like too hands-on. Like, for example, to me, high school felt too hands-on for me. Whereas it's like everything seemed tedious. There's homework, everything. Like I'm an adult. Like I get stuff. I don't like doing stuff just for the sake of doing stuff when I'm not really learning anything new. It's just like because other people don't get it. That's why I preferred I was meant for college, because then it was just like, all right, man, just show up. If you pass the test, you pass the class, or like, you know, however the professor does it, you know. But at least like you didn't have to show up, you know, every day, or like, you know, like the homework would, like, it's all dependent on the professor, obviously. But like, I much prefer the hands-on approach, but still, but still surrounded with a little bit of that structure. For me, high school was so tedious for me. I could not stand high school because it was just like, you know, homework every day, and then it wasn't even like good homework. It was just like, ugh, it was the worst.
Yeah, you're just checking boxes, but like,
yeah,
I don't know. This to me is just, it's very we're in 2024, right? I mean, obviously, yeah, this existed for a while, but I just wonder where stuff like this goes, because there are already classes on it, on stuff like, you know, turning social media and like content creation or other stuff into like careers. I've seen like literally like 3-hour long, 4-hour long like seminars, classes of people doing shit like this, teaching how to do it and all that stuff. And I'm like, damn, man, like I wish they taught me that shit when I was in fucking school. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, but it also wasn't that hot thing. Yeah, it didn't even exist at the time we were going to school.
Yeah,
right?
but it's crazy. Stuff like that's crazy, man. The future, the stuff, I don't know. We're in an era where we're in a very weird time in history, I feel like, where we have zero idea what the hell life is gonna be like 10 years from now or 5 years from now. Like, shit, not even next year. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't even know like how technology is, AI, all this crazy shit. We have no idea what the hell is going on next year.
AI is advancing at an alarming rate.
Okay. Look. I see certain Twitter articles about like the government, whatever, and I'm not gonna get into it because that's a whole nother can of worms. But I remember thinking to myself in my head, has no one seen Terminator 2? Has no one seen that shit? Like, because you know, everyone's seen Terminator. So.
Yeah, that's not.
I know, but it's just like, how can you
if anything, that's gonna make them want to do it more.
But it's like, you would think like, you know, maybe I should think about this. I just feel like there's no thought process of like the dangers and the safety of them. They're like, oh man, no, it's just incredible. Nothing could go wrong. Like I just feel like they have that kind of mindset on that. And I'm just
that
like,
kind of person where I'm like, me personally, I'm that kind of person where if I was developing AI and shit like this, I'm pushing that shit to the limit. I want to see how far it goes. Like if it ends up fucking, you know what I'm saying? If we all end up getting blown up, oh well, whatever, man. Like I like limit testing, right? I like limit testing. I was like, man, I'm gonna develop this shit. I'll make this shit godlike. Like,
hey man, listen, scientists are so preoccupied with whether or not they could, they don't stop to think whether or not they should.
They should. Well, I'll be thinking whether or not I should, but I'm still gonna do it.
But here's the thing. At least you have the thought, right? You're like, look, I waited, but I went for it. The way they tweet and talk about it, there's like, to me, there's like zero thought in their nanoscope of a brain that makes them like, hey, wait a minute, should I? Wait.
I beg to differ. I'm sure they've thought about it, because I'm sure that's potentially inspiration, where it's just like, I wonder if that's capable, right?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, that's
make
what I
something
think.
Like Terminator,
because
right?
I think it's shit like Deus Ex, right? Like, but they talk about how you have that, it's like that 50-50 split of people that want to augment themselves, their bodies, and all this other shit, incorporate AI into themselves and shit like that. I'm like, yeah, I'm on that shit. Sign me up. The fuck? Like, and then you got the people that are like, no, man, we're gonna lose our humanity. I don't give a fuck, man. Give me a damn cyborg arm and all that shit. Like, give me a heart that's gonna beat indefinitely. Like,
cyberpunk. You gonna cyberpunk yourself up?
Yeah, I could just charge up the battery and call it a day. Right? Like, oh shit, I can't find my charger. I'm gonna die tomorrow. Like, whatever, bro. Like, sign me the hell up.
He said, oh shit, I got 5% left. Oh, my charger's broken. Guess I'll die.
Yeah, whatever. Guess I'm gone, guys. See ya. Like, imagine.
It was a nice ride.
Yeah, I don't feel like getting my charger, man. I'll see y'all later. Like.
Maybe somebody will charge me out. Who knows? Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, somebody plug me in.
Yeah, but all in all, this fighting game thing, it was just cool and just funny to talk about because I just imagine like you know, they posted some memes about it too, but just like, have you guys seen the movie Whiplash?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, that's
it's
funny.
J.K. Simmons with the, and I just think of like all the fighting game with that scene where he's like super serious against the team. Like that shit is just hilarious to me. Imagine if you had like a teacher like that.
Fuck this! I'm out of here. I just
Wake up, throw! I just
can't see the dash. Too laggy, and the dash.
And the dash was fast.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so it's just really funny. It's cool that
send me up to class.
Yeah, F.
Yep.
Look, you want to pass the class, you need to block this whack ass mix up.
Yeah. And then you ask the teacher, and then it's some unstable mix up. You ask the teacher to block it. They be like, "Oh, nah, I'm teaching." Like, wait, you can't even block it yourself, teacher. The fuck?
Hey man, I guessed. How'd you block that mix up? I guessed.
That's the whole lesson. Now you know. That's not a mix up. you just made him guess. There's no reactions. It's guessing.
Sometimes
that's
you
the
just
lesson.
have to guess.
Yep,
right?
that's it.
Oh man.
Oh,
Speaking of guessing, who guessed that Microsoft was gonna be making this direct today? Huh?
Did they announce that beforehand? Because I didn't
believe.
Nah, I didn't even hear about it until
something.
I'm sure they
about
announced it beforehand. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard something about it. I just forgot that it was today. But overall, I mean,
pretty good.
I would like to see more of
alright.
this. Because this is like, yeah, it's a developer direct that has a certain like theme to it. And it's just like hearing from the devs about their games. I like this. I like the game oriented thing. I just want to see more of it from Microsoft. Microsoft doesn't do this enough because they don't have any games. They don't have any games, bro.
Yeah.
Like, show more of this. I want to see more of this. I want to see more games.
Well, I forget what was here. It might have been 2022 when they acquired all those video game companies, right? So I think now we're starting to see the fruits of their labor. A little bit in 2024.
No, we're starting to see the fruits of Bethesda's fucking labor. That's what we're starting to see. Like, that's
True.
all they ever talk about.
Yep. I mean,
yeah, but like, I don't know if I'm being serious. I guess I'd be more excited for Obsidian RPG than like.
Where's
Bethesda.
Rare? Where's fucking Halo? Where's Gears of War? Where's fucking shit?
Yeah,
like
all we heard is just rumors, bro. But I think it's coming. It's just moving slower. But for this this thing, they did show different variety of games, right? For the most part, different types of games. Was there any game that kind of stood out for you guys?
Did they show? They showed Visions of Mana, right?
yes.
We already know about that, though. We already know about that.
Yeah.
But
I think we knew about everything that was shown, right?
Yeah, we did.
Everything that
the only thing we didn't see first was we didn't see Indiana Jones, right? We didn't see the game. We heard about it, but
they showed. I remember showing like years ago. I remember seeing like a teaser of like a LucasArts logo, a table, and someone grabbing a hat and a whip, and and that was like a splash screen, and that was it. Like that was a teaser they showed a long time ago. So now we finally see like the game itself.
I need to see more, but the game looks good.
Yeah, I mean, it looks better than what I thought. All right, did anyone else's heart sink when you found out Todd Howard was the executive producer? I was
no, not really.
No, for me, I did because I was just like, then my mind went to Starfield. I was like, no.
Well, I think him being in the executive producer role is what makes it different,
it took me
right?
a minute. Yeah, it took me a minute to get over that shit when it was just like it's not him and his team doing.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, but still, my heart was like, I don't know about.
I mean, do we know what engine they're using for that game?
No.
Because it looked, the combat looked a lot like Skyrim. Like, if we think about it, it's like just adding a gun and a whip to Skyrim.
I mean, all their fucking games look like that.
Yeah, that's why I'm curious. Is it Creation Engine?
I mean, if it is, it looks really good for it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think what engine does Machine Run Games usually develop their games on?
I have no idea.
First question.
It probably. But the thing is, like, I'm more. I was looking at what is it, Avowed?
Yes.
Yeah, what'd you think?
And
It looked alright. It looked okay.
No, that game looks fire, but it's also like, why the fuck do they have Obsidian making like random games? Like Obsidian, as far as I'm concerned, made the best Fallout game, right? They made the Outer Worlds. Culture 2 is kind of polarizing, but yeah. Outer Worlds, which is supposedly getting a sequel to. I don't know when the fuck that comes out, but just let these motherfuckers make a goddamn Elder Scrolls or Fallout or some shit, because man, I'm tired of seeing them make better looking games than fucking
Bethesda.
The actual, like I'm actually getting annoyed at that, because they make great fucking games. Like, and I feel like they have like this internal competition amongst themselves. Like, we can't let Obsidian do this. Everyone loves Fallout New Vegas. Fuck that. We're not letting them do that shit again. like I don't know.
I mean, but you know, it has been noted that Obsidian and Bethesda do have some beef. So maybe it's just as simple as fuck Bethesda. We just want to do our own shit.
Cause you know how at like Activision, like Infinity Ward, and it was like a time where like Infinity Ward and Treyarch had like this back and forth thing where everybody was like, man, I love Infinity Ward games. Nah, man, fuck you. I like Treyarch games.
I like
nah,
Treyarch games.
Yeah,
I
fuck
like,
y'all.
like World at War and Black Ops.
Thing. Yeah, I feel like that's the thing, but it's like internalized, and they're like, yeah, we don't want Obsidian to make.
I think I heard something about that actually. I think that they were just. I think there is something there that they were upset about them doing such a good job with Fallout New Vegas that they just
that's crazy.
Or that they're like being petty and they won't let them do anything further.
They make the
I think
games.
I did hear something about that.
They
actually.
make the best.
I mean, I also heard
type games.
But, yeah, I also heard that they like Bethesda or like whoever owned Obsidian at the time would like just made life really hard for them to be able to just make the game. You know?
Damn, they did the South Park game.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
godlike.
So it was like development hell. Yeah.
They did the Stick of Truth, and what was the other one? What was what was the second with the stupid name?
The Stick of Truth. It was like
it was something.
Right?
The Fractured Butthole.
Yeah. Stupid fucking shit. Oh man. Yeah. But yeah, they make great games. Just let them make greater games. I mean, whatever. Let them do what they gotta do. At least they're making new IPs. That game looks godlike to me. Like I thought it looked cool. The first didn't they show?
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, I think they showed it before, but it didn't look like this.
Yeah, it's definitely coming along, and it's cool. Especially like if you didn't get your Bethesda fix in Starfield, you could definitely get in this game because I don't know Obsidian, they're solid. They're solid. I have no complaint.
Hellblade looks cool, but I'm tired of seeing it. I just want to play it already. Yeah, it was cool. It wasn't anything like ridiculous, but they need to just do more. Like Freak said, they need to do more of that.
Yeah, just show more games, right? Like this was like a Bethesda showcase. It felt like rather than the developer direct, right? This is strictly like all except for Senua's Sacrifice and the Trials of Mana. What was it called again? Visions of Mana game.
Visions of Mana.
And that other game, I don't know. It was an RTS game, Aura, that they showed.
Yeah.
Aside from those three, the rest were Bethesda titles. No, like they were all.
Yeah, like what the fuck is the Bethesda title like this?
I don't even know.
I think, but yeah, I think going back to Senua's Sacrifice.
Who's doing the Blade game? Arcane, right? Yeah.
Arcane is
Might as well be Bethesda. It's the same shit.
Yeah.
They make the same types of games.
Yeah, very similar. And then for Senua's Sacrifice, like it's Ninja Theory. I didn't play the first one. I should. I
heard these games are really short.
Yeah, they're short games, but they're good. Ninja Theory is like that's one of the devs that I like because like it's like they take risks. I like what they do. Their games always tend to look really good, but they're definitely not for everyone, right? Like you're not going to play a Ninja Theory game.
Never the best, but the storytelling is always good.
Yes.
Heavenly Sword was godlike. DMC, whatever, just whatever. I thought the game was great. What was it? Enslaved?
Yeah.
Was godlike. Sick. Like gameplay was kind of mid, but that story was fire. Yeah, they haven't really. I don't think they've actually like entirely missed at all. So I'm sure it'll be good.
Yeah,
it looks fucking amazing. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
We kind of touched on this before we aired,
hell am I
but going back to the Indiana Jones game. So for me, I guess I understand. Like for me personally, I probably would have preferred a third person, but I understand it because Uncharted already did that, Tomb Raider already did that, and it's the same kind of realm of game. So then they decided to make it first person, which it's gonna be fine, because you know, if you do that, you do a lot of puzzles, you do a lot of situations where you gotta kind of think outside of the box and get through obstacles. Because Indiana Jones is not like you running and gunning, right? Like you're, you know you're exploring.
You know what I want from that fucking game, bro? And people gonna hate this, and I don't give a fuck. I want that game. I want the puzzles in that game to be fucking mind-numbingly fucking annoying. Because you know what my favorite part of Uncharted was? Uncharted 2 specifically, those puzzles were not easy. And I love that shit. And I know people were complaining like, it's just too stupid, it's too hard, man. I don't want to think. I just want to play for the story. Shut the fuck up. Use your damn brain.
I mean, but like, you know, let's be honest. Like if you're playing Indiana Jones, you should expect like there's some sort of fucking
tell that to all the Uncharted and Tomb Raider people that came out of nowhere complaining about the puzzles in the game.
Oh man, like, I don't know what to
that's
tell
why
you. Like,
Shadow of the Tomb Raider barely had, well, it had them, but barely.
Yeah.
Like
well, they were mainly optionals, right? Like you
even Uncharted 4 to a certain in Shadow of the Tomb Raider, a lot of it was optional, but even in like Uncharted 4 it was kind of like dumbed down a little bit. But I'm like, man, I get it. Y'all want to make room for the story and shit, but get the fuck out of here, man.
You know what the issue with Uncharted 4? It wasn't like, I think they had puzzles, but the thing is, it was just like the game just told you what to do if you took like even 30 seconds to sit and think. Like the game just didn't let you think. It was just like,
it just started highlighting shit for you.
Yeah, it's just like, hey bro, just fucking do this.
If you're gonna do that, make the puzzle more challenging. Like you can't give people tips and then make the shit easy. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or give us the option to turn the shit off. Yeah.
I've watched too many games literally just dumb themselves down. Like back in the day, like, or specifically like RPGs and JRPGs, right? We had like puzzles in them shits. Some of them shits was fucking annoying, right? Trying to figure out like codes and fucking. Remember back in the day in RE, we had to fucking go into different rooms, find like the different numbers for different codes, all this other shit. And then RPGs, like the Tales games, are like puzzles all over the place. You took like hours to figure out if you didn't know what to do or find a guide or whatever. And now a lot of the games, you just they give you a waymarker, you go to the waymarker, you do a quest, you listen to a story, and then you just repeat over and over again. I'm like, come on,
Ubisoft.
Man. Like, that shit is annoying to me.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why people don't like the older REs, right? Because they don't want to do all the puzzles and the bullshit, and they just want to run fucking
like that shit is whatever, man. People are just lazy.
Yeah.
But
the thing is, if you buy an Indiana Jones game, you should know what the fuck, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
I want that shit to beat my. I want my brain. I want to have the smoothest brain after I finish that game. Like, I want that shit to make me feel like an idiot. I love that shit.
Oh, you know what they got to put in that moment though? They need to put in that moment where it's just like there's like this enemy and he just does a bunch of stupid shit and then you can just shoot him, like some sort of karate master, like like a nod. If they don't do a nod like that, I'm gonna be legit like
man, I don't know.
Come on, what a
that's just. I guess I'm just fucking masochist.
But it does look good. The models look good. I mean, the sound. I think it's Troy Baker. They confirmed that is doing the Indiana Jones, and
makes sense.
A pretty good impressionist. He sounds close enough, right? Like, so I mean,
it'll be good. I'm pretty sure it'll be good.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be alright. It'll be good. Because they still put third person like when you're doing traversal shit or action shit. So
yeah,
you're still getting that feel, but yeah, I'm gonna be whipping like a motherfucker though.
I want to hear the music. Just from the stuff they showed, the music sounds fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, they got someone.
Damn, hold on a second, this should sound crazy.
They got someone who's doing their like interpretation of John Williams' score.
Of John Williams.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like,
which is fine because if you're gonna pay homage to like the classic soundtracks, that's good.
I mean, you kind of have to. Like, there's no way you can't. Like, if you're working on a title like that, there's no way.
Yeah, it just reminds me of how dope the Uncharted music was, man. Oh,
yeah, pretty good.
Uncharted. I mean, Uncharted. Listen, I liked Uncharted.
Oh, Uncharted 2 was so phenomenal.
Yeah, and the multiplayer was cool. Look, man, you're just gonna make me salt. Nah, listen.
Hey, get the fuck
I
up.
don't want to talk about it.
I mean,
I'm just as mad about that as you.
I'm not as optimistic for the Indiana Jones game as you guys are. I did like what they showed.
It could be mid. It'd be mid at worst. I would assume.
I did like what they showed. I hope it's not mid. I hope it gives me a reason to want to play it and buy it. I don't think what I saw was enough for me to make that determination as of yet.
When is it coming out? Did they say?
I don't.
Later this year.
Yeah,
it's coming out this year, so probably fall.
Okay.
It looks well along the way. Like it looks like it's. Yeah. They're probably putting finishing touches on it, working on balance and taking bugs out. You know, let's see how the game drops and if it's not plagued with a bunch of bugs and all kinds of like things and stutter issues. Hopefully not, but we'll see.
It might.
Well, I mean that's the positive, right? Bethesda isn't working on this personally, so I don't know what's a machine gun, whatever its track record is, but.
And you should always be weary about games that are tied to big franchises, right? So let's see.
I mean, look, they can only go up because the new movie was like whatever. So
it depends. Nowadays, when you do stuff like back in the day, having licensed games was like recipe for disaster. Like, it's gonna be under the fuck. It's a cash grab. But I don't know. It doesn't seem like this is like. It looks like they're taking it seriously. It could look like that damn Walking Dead game that just came out. Like,
God. Or the King Kong game.
Like, let's be real.
You know, I will
Machine
say
Games is pretty. Their track record is not bad.
That's good.
So,
but that also speaks to why I like this presentation, because I do like seeing like devs, as long as it's not like cringe or.
Wait, Machine Games did fucking Wolfenstein? Oh yes, we good.
Oh okay.
Yeah, we'll be alright.
That's a good pedigree.
We'll be alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll be good. Those games are really good. But yeah, but that's why I like presentations like this, because they're not cringe. They're not like, they don't seem forced. It seems like it's just like a dev diary, kind of like what's going on.
Fire.
Yeah. Blood. What was it called? Blood. Whoa.
Which one did I play? I played. It was the New Colossus and the New Order or some shit like that. I didn't play the. There was another one that was
the New Blood.
That I didn't play. I didn't play
was
that
it New Blood? Yeah, I played that one.
Damn, you played that before you played the other three?
Well, it came free with my GPU, so of course I played it.
You're right. Oh,
wait, not New Blood, Young Blood. Excuse me.
Young Blood. Yeah, I played it because it was for free with my GPU. Yeah, it was good though. I actually liked it.
Motherfucking fraud.
You know what though? I will say this. I will make one observation. Todd Howard seemed more excited making this than Starfield. That's for sure.
They fucking better.
I mean, he had to work on Starfield for like 80 years, so you could tell.
He's paying for this one though.
Play
executive producer.
New Order, play New Order, and then play New Colossus, please.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying to everybody out there. Please play those games. Those games were fire. I don't know about Young Blood, but
like so if they're a decent developer, then I'm not really worried about it.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. As soon as I just figured out that they made those games, and I love those shits. Yeah, I think we'll be all right. And performance-wise, those games were like literally no issues. Yeah, they know what they're doing.
I mean, yeah, and I'm personally interested in was it Visions of Mana? Because I like the Mana series, so like and so this is actually the real legit sequel to like it's actually a new Mana game. It's not like a remake. It's not like a remaster. It's actually like a new entry. So that's cool. That's exciting. Hopefully,
I can't believe. I really just can't believe how many RPG exist right now. Like I actually can't believe. Like what a turnaround.
Yeah. Like there's so many.
There's too many RPGs. I'm
so
RPG
RPGs
down.
out now, right?
I'm okay with it because man, there was an era where we didn't have any.
Didn't they just announce that they were bringing two RPGs back to the Switch? What was it for?
Golden Sun.
Yeah. I heard that. I never played the games, obviously, because
those are good. I mean, those are good games. Yeah, they're good games, but
like Avowed looks like the game that I want to play. Like I love that fantasy. Like I'm just thinking, like I love Skyrim, right? The Skyrim was very grounded. It was a very, it was realistic type of game. Obviously, you know, it's bullshit with, you know, with the dragons and fucking magic and shit, but it was a grounded game, right? With the environments and all this shit. Avowed just looks like a straight up fantasy, crazy looking game. Man, I need this.
Like yes, I see what you're saying, because Skyrim, yes, it had dragons, yes, it had the whole Dragonborn and Fus Roda, but it was still relatively grounded in the fantasy world, whereas Avowed looks more not whimsical, but it looks...
No, whimsical is the word. Yeah, whimsical, definitely. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. A little bit more whimsical than Skyrim, that's right.
Yeah, for sure. Like, and it shows in the art style, and it shows in the game, and it looks like a good game. I'm interested.
It looks fucking...
I haven't been this interested in games for Microsoft in a while. Right, and that's what I mean. Like more of this. Good. Yeah. Show more games that get people interested in the games that you have devs working on,
and games that aren't gonna be on PlayStation fucking 5.
Yeah,
finally. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. As long as some of these are on the Game Pass, I'm good.
Yo, did y'all peep the old man with the drip though for the Visions of Mana shit? Did y'all? That man was he was drip with that leather coat, bro.
He looked like he looked like John from Nvidia.
Was he Japanese? Was he Japanese?
Yeah, he was cooking.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, hey man, something is good for Microsoft. Hopefully they can use this to kind of push momentum and get things going. But you know, it was definitely unexpected. We didn't expect to talk about this today, but you know, I'll welcome it, and that's why we're talking about it today.
Absolutely. And something that we did want to talk about today is old Sefton Hill and was it Jamie Walker creating a new studio, 100 Star Games, right? Don't know what they're working on as of yet, but so Sefton Hill left Rocksteady. We all know why, right? And it's starting to show now with the release of a certain game coming on the horizon, old Suicide Squad. So yeah, I'm excited to see what they work on.
You know, I think they're gonna work on an original IP, bro. I think their experience working with DC has sullied them. Because obviously, look, let's not even mince words, right? They left for a damn good reason, right? Either for management. They saw the
direction fucking was going in, and they were like, "Yeah, we're out of here." Mm-hmm. What is it? Right. What is the game called again?
Well, they left because the Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. They wanted to force microtransactions and what is it, live game service elements into the game, right?
Yeah, it could have been anything. But whatever their vision was for that game clearly didn't line up with what it is.
With the executives.
They were gone.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it wasn't just this game. There was probably a whole bunch of other shit that went on.
I mean, yeah, let's be real. Yeah. This game probably went through development hell for a very long time. Because what was the last Arkham Knight, right? So since Arkham Knight, they didn't release anything in between Arkham Knight and Suicide Squad, right? So when did Arkham Knight release?
I don't remember, did they? Arkham Knight was a PS4 game, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a PS4 game.
Yes.
It was released in 2015.
It's so crazy how good that game still looks today, man. That game was a fucking beast.
You know, they still use it for graphic comparisons in regard to certain things that they did, like water physics and appearance and fog and rain.
It was ridiculous.
Like the rain graphics that they use. Like Digital Foundry, they go back to that all the time because it's like they were able to do this on PS4, not PS4 Pro. PS4.
Yeah, that shit was unbelievable.
Yeah, and it moved like a great frame rate and all that. I think it was 30 at first. Wait, it didn't?
It didn't, but yeah, it was fine. It was fine.
By the time I played the game
on the console, PC, it was
fine.
It was fine, but definitely.
And it was one of the worst PC release ports when it first dropped on PC. Yeah. But they worked on it.
Port of all time.
It's serviceable and playable now. You can play it, and it's good.
That was the worst.
So when you think of a game that has longer than a 4-year development cycle in between releases, that usually like Suicide Squad must have entered like development hell, or they were gonna make another game and then midway
that's
through,
what I think it is.
They were like,
I don't think this game was in development hell. I think they were working on something, or there was an idea pitched and WB was like, you know what? We want live service. This is the look. Everyone's making these co-op, whatever fucking type games. Y'all know I hate this fucking type of game. and they just like
looter
WB
shooters.
was like, yeah, I fucking no. Let me not say looter shooters because there are looter shooters that I like. I just don't like these generic looking ones. This is an example of why I don't like them most of the time. Like generic ass. The game feels so bland. It's ugly as hell. Let's be real. Like, the only thing selling it is the IP, right? That's literally it. If it was any other type of game, this game no one would give a fuck. I honestly don't even think anyone gives a fuck anyway. But like this game probably they just pitched this shit 3-4 years ago or some shit, and they were like, "Yeah, bro, this is what you guys are doing," and then everyone that was with it was out. Like,
well, remember also in between this time, also 2 Suicide Squad movies came out.
That is true, and they probably saw that shit and they were like, "Oh, well, scrap whatever you're doing. Here you go. This is what you're working on."
Well, yeah, because they thought it was going to go in a certain direction and whatever. So anyway, for whatever reason, they were like, Sefton had enough. Obviously, it was affecting his mental health, and he was just like, "Cash me out, I'm out." And so him and another buddy made this. So I honestly think they don't want to deal with people anymore. Like if you go and you make your own studio, that's a statement. That's saying I'm tired of being bossed around by fucking idiots. Let's make original IP. I think they're gonna work on an original IP or pitch something.
Yeah, that means
to another. Yeah,
let's do something that we actually want to do now.
Yeah.
As opposed to what our publishers want us to do. But who knows? Hopefully it's whatever they make is good. Make it fucking, stamp out a lane. Because it doesn't always work out when devs branch off and make their own studios and they make a flop and you never hear from them again. Yeah. So
right.
I think it's so sad though, because you have someone here who led Rocksteady Studios and changed the entire complexion of superhero games for a generation of consoles, right?
Yep.
Arkham Asylum came out and everyone was like, whoa, this is actually a good Batman game.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it when I played that game. I couldn't believe it.
And
I couldn't wait. I was actually fiending for that.
Influenced a generation of games with their combat system. You play Spider-Man now, what does it feel like when you play it? Arkham. The combat feels just like Arkham, right? Like, so they set a standard. They set a new standard for superhero games in Arkham Asylum, and then even more so, they just blew it out of the water with Arkham City, and then Arkham Knight came out. Not everybody's favorite, but it's still, if you look at it visually and gameplay wise, it is that Arkham one City of the best games. Yeah,
is enough for them. Like their pedigree is like whatever, bro. Arkham City is like one of the fucking best games of that generation, bro.
And like, to get to my point, like it's like that's why I say it's so sad. It's like you've been working with this studio and letting them do that for you over the years, that now you want to butt in and think that you know better because you want to squeeze more profit out of what they're making for you. Let this man do what he wants. Let him cook. Bro, he's earned the right to cook.
I agree. I agree. You're right.
That's what's sad about it. Like this man had to quit because they just too many cooks in the kitchen, right? Like
it's just crazy how this is always the case. The publishers step in, and then the game suffers because of it. Like,
didn't they say that about Bobby Kotick? They started coming out and saying like how many projects he's ruined with his input.
Yeah, yep. I'm sure that's the case for literally every single one of these devs. Like, especially at Ubisoft. Like, imagine Ubisoft devs, bro.
No,
like,
my God.
Oh man, there's like a template that Ubisoft games have to follow, or else you're gonna get no game for you. Like, they have to follow the same template, same UI design, same map, same everything. You gotta have all these collectibles. That's the template. You don't want to follow it? All right, go make another game at another studio somewhere. Like, I don't know. These publishers, bro. Like, these publishers be ruining the game. They want to fucking add all these microtransactions. They want to add battle passes. They want to add all this bullshit. And then it's like, oh, wait, our game flopped. Maybe we shouldn't do that. No shit, dumbass. Like,
but WD has literally no excuse because this is literally the fucking 12-15 title they tried this on.
Well, WB has also been fucking up a lot lately.
Everywhere. Movies,
and
blah, blah, blah. They're nearly bankrupt.
I feel like every game you do this for, right, is always gonna have it's probably gonna make some type of money.
Yeah.
I hope this game does not, but it will. Like,
I don't know. I think word of mouth. It's gonna be an interesting launch that I'm gonna be paying attention to.
People are gonna wait and see. I think people are definitely on the wait and see.
I am not pre-ordering this game. I am not buying it on release. I am potentially waiting for a sale before I even consider touching this game. But until that happens, I'm going to be watching gameplay. Not really like looking at reviews, but kind of like seeing how the game is. Is it a good game or not, right? But ultimately, right, like people need to speak like that more. Speak with your wallet. Don't pre-order games. Don't do that. People are still going to buy this game in droves just because of this.
I've never been
property.
less interested in the game in my life.
Yeah, people are gonna buy this in droves because it's a Suicide Squad. People are gonna buy it because it's Rocksteady, and they don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
People are gonna buy it because
Hill
there's YouTubers literally saying, "Oh my God, you should buy this game. It's not as bad as you think."
Yeah,
Shut the fuck up. How much they pay you?
The shills have came out because they've been supported by.
They want a free copy and fucking sponsorship. Get the fuck out of here, man. The game looks like shit. No matter how much you like Suicide Squad, I like Suicide Squad. I like her. I love Harley. I was like, oh shit, this is great. There's Harley Quinn. I get to play as a... No, this game looks like shit. Sorry. I played the beta. Oh shit. I didn't play anything.
No, you can say it. You can say it. NDA is lifted for those who played the alpha. So if you played the alpha, you can say it. Yeah.
Whatever.
It's lifted.
Oh wait, for sure? You for sure?
2 hours.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't care. Look, I don't give a
fuck. People started posting gameplay footage of it.
I don't even care at this point.
The
game is shit. Played the game for 2 hours and deleted that shit. I was like, well, thanks for the free code. Like, it was shit. Like,
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's. Let's see. I mean, let's see what word of mouth, if word of mouth affects it. I know there's going to be people that support it in droves.
Word of mouth
and there's
only affects people that are in the echo chamber of the fucking internet. Yeah. Not the people that are going to go into the store and see, oh, Suicide Squad game, cool, and then buy it, which is a lot of fucking people.
Yeah. And it's very unfortunate because this is the type of thing that enables, continues to enable WB to do it, right? Like, I mean,
it's not even just WB. Everyone does it.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I don't understand, but whatever. It's not for me to understand. The money's not flying around my head, right? So whatever.
I kind of want to play it just so I could shit on it.
Fuck no.
But I don't want to put myself through that. Yeah, I'd rather spend my money better.
I mean, to be honest, I think I'm gonna wait for a sale, and if it's really cheap, I'll play it because the story was intriguing for me.
Yeah, I'll watch the video.
So I'll play it for the video, whatever. But I'm not gonna it's not something that I'm planning to play like beyond just beating the initial story. Like
what the fuck? And you come out right now, all the other good shit is coming out. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's true too. Like,
the fuck out of here.
Wait, isn't it dropping when Dragon's Dogma is dropping? When's it dropping?
No, it drops in February. It drops in a couple of weeks.
That shit drops January 30th.
No, it drops I think September 2nd.
September 2nd, huh?
September?
I'm sorry, not September. Sorry, February 2nd. My bad. I don't know. I looked at something. I think
2nd,
February
early
2nd.
Access, they're January 30th.
But January 30th is their early access. Yeah, so February 2nd is the release date.
You're dropping the same day as Grand Blue, Persona, obviously different audience, but it's still shit that you have to, like, if you look at the games, look at all these games, put them all together, and just look at the odd one out. Like, oh, man,
it's so sad to say that those games are just not going to touch Suicide Squad in sales. It's so fucking sad.
I don't know about that. Nah. I don't know. Well, those two in particular.
Well, Grand Blue is pretty huge, right?
Those two in particular, yeah.
Persona, it's not supposed to. It's a remake of a game that, like, it's a JRPG. Like, of course, it's not going to sell one, but that doesn't matter. This game is not going to sell what they want it to sell.
No,
that's what matters.
Definitely not.
Like, it's just, I'm just holding them. I'm just looking at like comparatively, like, this game does not look anywhere near as good as any of the other games that are coming out in the next 2-3 months, which is crazy to me. Like, because I would have just been like, yeah, we need to delay this shit more. The fuck? I would have not put this game out. But whatever. I'm not the publisher. Obviously, you got to put the game out and get your money.
They're gonna be forced to pump it out now. Let's see. Maybe it'll be a broken mess on release, right?
Maybe
there's gonna be some like funny bugs and clips and
maybe
memes
this shit
and
gonna be fucking stupid.
We'll see. It's gonna be interesting.
Watch it just be magically godlike. It won't be, but that'd be hilarious if it was.
I'd be happy. I'd actually be happy
I'd be pleasantly surprised
if we were wrong and it ends up being.
Yeah, I always want to be wrong. I don't want a game to be shit.
Of
It just so
course.
happens that it just looks like shit. Like, can't sugarcoat it, right?
Absolutely. I would hate for it to be a bad game. I would love for it to be a good game, but the way it's looking right now, it's not looking too good. You know what else is looking too good? No, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the fact that the soul of Rocksteady games, because Sefton Hill, like, to be honest, 10, 15 years from now, I could see him as being like someone we give an award to or whatever, like Sefton Hill, because I know his name. First of all, I don't remember anyone's name who I don't like feel
That's
like
an interesting point,
contributed to the success of that shit. So like you know, but yeah, man. But when the soul of your company leaves, it's like, oof, you know. But yeah, I mean, you know, hopefully whatever game they have planned, you know, they're able to do what they want, and hopefully it's a success. So we'll be keeping track, and you know, we hear anything, we'll report back.
How do you stupid motherfuckers look at Spider-Man? Look at Insomniac. Look at like all these other motherfuckers that are making these games that are amazing, that are literally inspired by the games you made. Like, and then WB just lets them do this, makes them do this. Anyway, moving on. I don't understand. Like, you inspired a literal fucking. Anyway, wow, that's mind blowing to me. Like, decision making at its finest, I guess. I really do want to be sitting in these boardrooms, man, and just listening to the conversation. I really do. Like, 'cause I don't understand.
I just wonder what happens to those, because you know there's got to be somebody sitting there going, I don't think that's a great idea. And I wonder what happens to those people. I would love to see.
They get fired.
They get fucking shut off. Like, then wasn't there when the Bobby Kotick shit came out, there was hella people that like tried to go against what he said, and then they would have like letters on their desk the next day or some shit like that, like threatening them. Like, what the fuck? That's just the shit that be happening. Like, can't go against the fucking grain, bro. Like, unless you're making them millions of dollars, which is the funny part.
He was.
They did.
They were. That's why it's so it doesn't make sense. Like,
it's so disappointing,
going
bruh.
so well.
That shit is so disappointing. Whatever. The more I think about it, the more annoying it is. Because I'm thinking about how much I loved Arkham City, how much I loved like Spider-Man, the games that were like inspired by that combat system. Like, what was the other game? Like
Shadow
even the Shadow of Mordor was inspired by that shit. Like, there was a lot of cool games that were inspired by that. And not even just the combat. I'm talking about like how, you know, Spider-Man got all the gadgets and all that shit now. The fucking the areas where you gotta like sneak around, the stealth mechanics, all that shit. Like, come on, man. We know where they got that from.
Wasn't Sleeping Dogs also inspired by the combat? In Sleeping Dogs?
Kind of.
And you want to know what's even worse? The thing about it, that this is Kevin Conroy's last iconic role.
That makes it
as
even
Batman.
worse.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Excellent.
And then
End of an era.
I've heard some spoilers too.
Anyways.
Like, let's hope that the story. Let's just hope that the story kind of like does something
let's just hope.
with it.
Let's just hope. Period.
Because I've heard some spoilers where it's like, if that's the case too, it's not looking good for this game. Let's just put it that way. There's a lot of people who are just not going to be
I want Grand Blue.
happy with this. But yeah, like it's just interesting to me. Like, it's like you have someone who's known, right? Like, how often are devs or like the lead dev known, right? Like, you garner such a good name. Like, people know Sefton Hill. People know like.
Not only did he make a good game, he made a good game, a licensed good game in an era where we were getting just licensed crap. Literally, every time a new movie came out, we were getting a licensed game and it was trash. Every single time. Iron Man movie, Iron Man game. Thor movie, I don't even know if there was a Thor game. It probably was a licensed Thor game. I'm sure there was some type of Thor.
There was a Captain America one. There was a Captain
Actually,
America.
no,
that one was
there
actually
was a
good.
Thor game.
Yeah,
Thor God of Thunder.
Yeah, there was a game for every single one of them. And they were all fucking trash.
What?
The Captain America one wasn't bad, actually.
Yeah,
it was it was mid. It wasn't terrible.
It was mid. Yeah, it was mid. But
It was
The Iron Man one. The Iron Man one was definitely bad.
Yo, you know what game I wanted to play? The fucking Punisher PS2 game. I never played that game.
That game's
There
good,
was
actually.
a game for all of, bro. Listen, this is the shit I'm talking about. This is the cash grab shit, and it's just about licensed games have that bad like stigma. We got Thor, God of Thunder, Thor, The Dark World, Thor, Son of. We got games for literally every fucking movie.
Yeah.
Iron Man, literally every fucking movie.
Yeah, when the MCU started, they started pumping those games out.
Even before that, this is how it always
like,
is. Every time a movie comes out, there's
mobile
always
or
a licensed game.
The
They're
Wolverine,
on console
Wolverine,
and mobile, yeah.
Yeah, the
but
Wolverine
either
games
way,
weren't bad though either.
No, but the Wolverine. Okay, that one game was
Spider-Man
based off
2.
of the movie.
Two of them. There's two Wolverine
Spider-Man 2
games.
is very expensive.
Wasn't
200
one of them?
packets.
There's one for PS3 and one for PS2. The one for PS2 was the
PS2 was
X-Men
based
2,
off the movie?
X2. Yep.
Okay.
Well, loosely. It was like a
Okay.
Wolverine story.
That's different. I'm talking about literal licensed games. This is what licensed games always did.
Yeah.
A movie would come out, then you'd have the licensed game that would be a cash grab. For, you were hype? You saw the movie? Buy the game. And the only
Spider-Man
time
2?
that worked was Spider-Man 2. Yes. Like, so it's just crazy. But you know what makes me why I'm interested in this, because it leaked that Insomniac's working on their own like multiplayer type game, right? So I'm wondering what they're gonna do and how they're gonna just shit all over this game.
I mean, wasn't it? Oh, wait, should we talk about that? Wait, can I? You want? I don't want to spoil it if you guys didn't see it.
Oh,
Well,
the
what?
leaks?
I mean, did you see it? Did you see the? I don't want to.
I remember
The
seeing the
Insomniac
leak
leaks?
list, but I don't remember what the
Yeah,
multiplayer
Look.
game was.
This
I
is
mean,
a
I
video
can-
game podcast. We're gonna talk about shit like that.
Yeah.
If you don't know about it, well, you're finding out right now.
We already talked
Like-
about it. I think we just didn't really go
yeah,
into
no.
depth on what
Isn't the
was leaked.
multiplayer game X-Men? That's the multiplayer game. It's X-Men.
I thought it was a Spider-Verse
sure.
game.
Well, that too, but
I don't know if the
definitely-
Spider-Verse game
We don't
is
know which one is the
Spider-Man
multiplayer
3
game. Do
though.
we know which one specifically is the multiplayer
No, I
game?
have no
It might be.
idea.
It makes more sense for it to be the X-Men game, yeah. So
Yeah.
I wonder how that's
Well,
gonna just
because
shit all
look,
over.
because they're gonna do Wolverine, and then it's gonna lead into X-Men. That makes sense.
Oh, we're not gonna see that shit for
I
at
do
least
not want
10
that.
years though.
Please,
That sucks.
no. I don't. No. God, don't put that in my fucking head, bro.
Bro, we're not gonna see it for like
I do
10
not
years
want
though.
that, man.
Bro, I mean that X-Men game is not coming out until 2030.
But I
Apparently.
don't want that shit. I don't want no multiplayer fucking. Man, just give me a nice ass like. Don't get me wrong. X-Men Legends and Marvel Ultimate Alliance shit like that were cool, but they have to, if they're gonna do some shit like that, like in a AAA type of game, like it has to be done well. I don't want no fucking 4-player
of
co-op
course.
fucking X-Men
No,
game, bro.
listen,
Like-
of course, but like X-Men, like if you were out of any of the Marvel IPs, you were gonna make a multi-game
Yeah,
player
it would
game out
definitely
of.
be that. Or
It
an
would
Avengers
definitely
game,
be
which they already
X-Men.
did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Which we're gonna talk about. But at least it's
Please,
Insomniac
no.
making the game and not, you
please
know.
be good, man.
I'll tell you what, on the
I'm so tired of these
surface,
games.
if there's a 4-player co-op X-Men game where you're running around
I'm
as either
definitely playing.
Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm,
I'm good.
Beast,
Nightcrawler.
Yeah, if it's good.
I'd
yeah.
play that infinitely over the
Yeah, if
Suicide
it's good.
Squad game. If it's good, yeah.
It can very easily be bad, but it's Insomniac, right? That's the only reason why. But this is fucking Rocksteady, right? Even though we found out that the
Yeah?
motherfuckers left or
True.
whatever, but this is Rocksteady. So I don't know. I feel like Insomniac has more
Well-
respect for the shit that they're doing than
Well,
whatever
not
the
only
fuck
that,
happened
I
here.
feel like Sony's giving Insomniac a little bit more of the range.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Of course. Yeah.
Because like if they were gonna do something drastic, they would have done it already by now. This is
Bro, I
like
don't
literally
know.
like
So-
the third
Sony's only
game.
Sony's only cracking the whip for them to work on the games, not necessarily guide
Oh, psh.
to the process, right?
Whereas WB is just completely taking over
They're
the
just
Yeah,
process,
WB is
completely
shit.
creative
involved
direction.
and sticking their nose in fucking
I do not
everything.
want that game to be fucking.
Bro, it's gonna happen. I don't know what to tell you.
I do hope this game's good though.
But just give me Storm and then let me just zap motherfuckers and.
Okay,
and-
okay, yes. No,
Then
you're
whatever.
right. But I'm just
Whatever.
saying. But I'm saying there'll never be a fucking Storm solo game. I'm just.
No,
letting you
I'm
know
not.
right
I'm
now.
not saying that. I'm just saying like just let the game be
Well,
good.
we
That's
still
all I
got
care
that
about, bro.
Captain America Black Panther game coming out too, right? Like, and that's supposed to have Storm cameo in somehow. I think maybe.
I
potentially.
mean,
Who
yeah,
knows?
because they're married. But yeah, but you're
Who's
not
doing
gonna
those
play
games?
Storm.
Oh,
good
good
question.
point. I forgot.
Until I know who's doing them, I don't care. Like I'm sorry. Like it's at that point. The industry's at that point where if I don't know who's making the game, I'm not hype yet. I'm good.
Skydance.
Who the fuck is-
I've heard
Skydance
that before.
New Media.
Skydance
What
was a
have they
movie.
done?
Fucking.
Yeah, what
Is this
it?
Skydance like
Skydance
movies?
Production, Santa Monica, California.
Yeah,
Let's
Skydance is
see.
movies, right? So they got their own like gaming shit now.
Well, New Media is the video games division of Skydance, from what it looks like, and it is led by Amy Hennig.
Oh shit!
So that's a positive.
Yeah, that's positive.
Announced that Lucasfilm Games will collaborate with Star Wars. What else we got?
I'm assuming this studio is. I mean,
Oh no, it's not gonna have Storm. It's set in World War II.
I'm assuming this is relatively new.
Oh, World War II Captain
Yeah,
America.
yeah.
Wait, but how does Black? Oh,
'Cause,
I guess because
his father.
it'll be a completely different.
It's not
I see.
T'Challa,
Okay,
it's T'Chaka.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Hey man,
Wolverine could cameo.
I mean, to be fair, Captain America and Black Panther have the same kind of acrobatics and shit like that, so I could see them both working towards like a game.
It'd be like a
damn,
two-player co-op.
I'm
But I
not
think
gonna
that's.
lie.
I think
They
isn't
got
that
the
a
perfect
four-player
person for it too, because he's not a stranger to fucking action games with good stories. Like, motherfucker, what was it? Legacy of Kain?
Yeah.
No,
Soul Reaver?
I
He did
definitely
Uncharted
need to
2.
replay those games. Yeah. Oh, Uncharted 2? Damn, Uncharted 2 was awesome.
Well, I think she's the creative director, right? Story, I think. I don't think she had anything to do with the gameplay,
Yeah.
but yeah.
No, she's just the writer.
But she was for Soul Reaver and Legacy of Kain, I think she was more hands-on with that. But hey, it's not a bad look. I'll take it. Just show me the game, let it look good. Just anytime I hear multiplayer co-op this, I just get like this, oh no, I don't want it.
You know, like you get like that. I don't, but I do. I am very specific on how is very important to me.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
It's funny. All right. So check this out. So Julian Beek is the co-president of New Media Division, right? The video game division. He is a 30-year vet in interactive entertainment, right? He's currently co-president. So he's worked on he worked in production at EA and worked on franchises including Battlefield, Need for Speed, and Star Wars. And before that, he worked at United Front Games, Radical Entertainment, and Disney Interactive on many properties, including Little Big Planet, Scarface, Crime Scene Investigation, Winnie the Pooh, Mickey Mouse, The Lion King, and Toy Story. Comes full circle.
That was garbage. Actual garbage. That Scarface game though was actually godlike. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was not as bad as
that shit was fire.
So they got some people leading the team with some pedigree, it seems. So
That's a crazy that's a crazy little.
So this game has this Captain America game has a potential, but the only thing we've seen about it is again like a short little trailer, splash screen, Captain America, Black Panther,
basically
right?
Nothing. Basically,
we haven't seen
shit.
anything. We probably won't see anything for another at least I think maybe 2 years. We'll see gameplay. It's being generous, I guess.
Aren't they still
80 years?
Isn't her shit still working on that Star Wars?
Star Wars
that's what I was gonna bring
Outlaws.
up,
Yeah. That's another game.
I think depending how that game pans out is how I'm gonna feel about that Captain America game.
Yeah.
Because
isn't that a
that would be
Ubisoft
the
game?
team's first.
The Outlaws is a Ubisoft game.
All right. Okay. Hold on though. Not that I'm defending Ubisoft, but
they've been hitting lately.
No, all I'm
two
saying
for two
is,
for right now.
I'm not saying anything about Ubisoft. I'm just saying, it's Amy Hennig, but it's still under Ubisoft, right? So this is the same thing as like.
I think it's a different. Isn't Amy Hennig under isn't she?
I don't.
I'm
working on a different Star Wars games. Hold on,
I don't think
Star Wars
doing that.
Outlaws is a different title. I don't think she's involved in that one. She was supposed
was
to be
the
involved with
open
another
world.
title that got canceled, right?
Yeah, she was like, I think it was the EA Star Wars game or something like that when they had the license, right? I don't remember. I don't know. We have no idea. All we can do is speculate on shit like that. But I just feel like
Massive Entertainment is working on Star Wars Outlaws
game.
Yeah.
That shit has to be good. If that game's not good, I'm gonna be so fucking disappointed, bro. That game has
Yeah, that's
to
what I'm
be
saying. Like if that game is not good, then I'm kind of paranoid.
But like you said, I'm not gonna lie. Ubisoft this year kind of surprised me.
I'm giving credit where credit's due.
Last year, the past few months, let me say, because Assassin's Creed Mirage was actually decent. It was a nice return to form, right? It was pretty good. I didn't finish it, but I played enough of it to know that it's way better than the past 3 Assassin's Creed games. Prince of Persia, obviously, right? And Avatar, right? So
that's 3 for 3 right now.
Yeah, so we'll see.
And they've been kind of quiet. They haven't even really been flying, except for that one dude who's like, did you guys read that bullshit where it was like, yeah, gamers need to get more comfortable with like not owning their games or some BS like that.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. I mean,
which aside from that, that's just one comment.
Though.
I mean, yeah, we're not gonna get into that, but it's like, you know, but other than that, they've been for the most part really quiet and just releasing games, and it's totally working for them. Like,
yeah, especially but you should that's how you should live life. Just be quiet and let your work speak for itself.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, damn.
I think you just kind of like, you let games drop, shadow drop them, you hype them up. That's it. That's all you need to do.
I'll tell you this. I was interested in the Prince of Persia game the first time I saw it, but I was not expecting it to be as good as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I really wasn't. And I'm hoping that this kind of makes them realize that, first of all, I love Assassin's Creed. I'm not going to shit on it, right? But I was the Prince of Persia guy way before that, obviously. Like, I want Prince of Persia back. I could give 2 fucks about Assassin's Creed. Sorry. I know there's millions of fans of Assassin's Creed out there, but Prince of Persia was the shit to me.
Like, Assassin's Creed started off as like some kind of Prince of Persia project.
Yeah, it was supposed to be, yeah.
Right? Like the initial one.
That's why the first game, like, even Assassin's Creed 2 had like the tombs and shit. You could explore, do all that crazy shit, just like the Prince of Persia games had all the puzzles and stuff, and then they just went away from all that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, like, I want Prince of Persia back, man. As a full like AAA game. I like, don't get me wrong, the 2D side scrolling kind of harkens back to the original Prince of Persia stuff, right? But I want my like Prince of Persia Sands of Time and all the other shit. I want shit like that again.
Yeah, it could
well, if
revitalize
this game
the
sells
franchise,
well, I mean, it only helps
we'll
the chances of that happening.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hey, if it shows any hint of making money, I'm sure Ubisoft will put something
they can
behind
just keep
it.
making games like this with the 2D side scrolling. If it's as good as this shit, as fun as it is, bro, the combat in this game is crazy. Like, what? That's the one thing I didn't expect. Is the combat is actually ridiculous. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
Bro, the first time I played that game, that dude with the giant axe fucking whipped my ass.
Oh,
it was not ready.
man. I was
and
like,
I was
yo,
like,
the
hey, yo, I
movement
didn't
in this game?
Yo, he was moving
Took a
quicker
shit
than I
right
thought
now.
he was. I was like, bro, I got cooked. And then I was like, oh,
what
no,
the
no.
fuck?
But, yeah, what's next, Freak?
Well, we could absolutely discuss how YouTube has been invading all of our PCs. If you're watching YouTube, you're looking at Adblock, guess what? YouTube is slowing down your PC. Did you guys see this? Yes. So apparently, people are looking at their CPU usage and their temperatures, and apparently the Adblock, or the aggressive stance that YouTube is taking against Adblock, is actually causing your CPU to overheat and like work harder. Yeah.
That's actually hilarious. But not out of the realm of possibility, and I definitely would expect that from YouTube.
It slows down your browser, specifically like if you're using Chrome, I think, as well. So if you're using Adblock, yeah, you should be noticing, or you should have experienced some buffering or something like that. Yeah, you should be using it, first of all. But if you're using it and you started noticing buffering or anything like that, it's because that, yeah, YouTube has started this war on Adblock. And
Hilarious.
yeah, showing ranges of up to 17% higher usage of your CPUs.
Oh, by the way, this is even with YouTube Premium. Like, say if you have a YouTube Premium account, you have the Adblock turned off on YouTube, that it still affects that. But to defend YouTube, apparently this is just based on an Adblock bug, more so them doing it, from what I heard. but it's still a developing story. So we don't know whatever they're doing is just affecting Adblock in the way that it's doing it. But as of right now, it is an Adblock bug and pertaining to that.
That's
so
funny.
yeah, so we don't know who's shooting the shots. But the war, the backside war is going on, and you know what's getting cooked? Our PCs.
Sheesh. CPUs are getting cut because I think that's a dangerous ground to tread on. If it's imagine your PC gets cooked because of an ad block, and then it's like, well,
what the hell? That seems. I need proof.
Yeah. Right now, the only proof that there is it's as of right now legally it's an Adblock bug. So there's no huge proof that YouTube is actually like
this.
haha that I'm well so there are people who like posted pictures of their shit like before and after and like the usage. But
yeah, there are people who have like shown their usage and turned Adblock on and off during the usage, and you could see immediate drop in CPU usage if they turn Adblock off.
Yeah, but Adblock it does that anyway because it's actively running in the background. Like anytime an ad pops up, like that's why on like on Twitch specifically, right? If you try to get an ad block for Twitch, you'll still see the ad load up, but you'll see the ad blocker working, right? And like shutting it off. Of course, that's a background process on a PC. Of course, it's gonna take usage, but that's why it probably is just a bug though on some faulty ad block because like that's duh. Of course, it's gonna take you. Like, of course, it's gonna have some type of GPU usage in the background, right? But if it was like egregious and like
but it's like a 17%. We're talking about like potential 17% overuse.
Bruh, Chrome does that shit on its own, not even doing anything.
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know. Perhaps it's anecdotal because
weird.
honestly, I don't use Adblock. I use a different ad blocker. And I haven't experienced it.
Shit right now.
Yeah, I haven't experienced anything this past week of using it. So I think,
I
think it's specifically Adblock. Like it's specifically the Adblock.
Fucking dual core fucking CPU. Of course, you're gonna blow up if you have a fucking Google Chrome open with an Adblock. Hello.
Like, Intel Celeron.
Like don't get me. I'm not defending it. I'm not defending it. I just feel like that's very weird thing. To come up.
But the thing is, it is a result of this war, right? YouTube tries to upgrade the thing, Adblock tries to does. So eventually,
they probably fucked up.
We're getting bottlenecked because Adblock has to be more aggressive to counter YouTube's bullshit, which is resulting in the bug that we're kind of.
That's exactly what happens on Twitch. Like these Twitch ad blockers have to put in work, bro. Because that's why most of them don't work. Most of them don't work because Twitch, they don't play with that shit.
I can't watch people's streams anymore just because like
I gave in, bro. I got Turbo finally. I gave in.
Yeah, I got Turbo.
I never realized because usually when I tune into people, it's people that I'm already sub to. So like I tuned into somebody the other day that was just like I was like, oh, let me check out this stream. I want to see what they're playing.
These regular viewers get cooked.
Ads,
y'all know lately,
cooking, man.
For some reason lately, I've been very active, maybe because I'm trying to gear up to get back on like my streaming shit, but like I've been very active on Twitch again, and I was like, I cannot deal with this. I could not do it. Every single time I click on the stream, there's like 3 ads. Like I was watching, you know what happened? I was watching Tekken, bro. I was watching the Tekken World Tour, and I had fucking like they would when they did ads, it would literally be like 10 ads back to back to back to back.
Rolling ads,
it's been like that for a while.
10 ads, rolling ads, and they have them reoccurring every like 20 or so minutes. Like the way they said it, I don't know.
I was like, nope.
And the thing is, though, the thing that I think pisses the people off, or at least people who are in the people, there are people who just don't know. If you know that you can set those ads to occur at less frequent times. You can stretch it up to an hour and snooze it. And you could choose when you want to run your ads.
A certain amount of ads, you won't have the damn pre-roll fucking ads when people come in.
And you can choose when you want to run those ads. So streamers who let that shit run and they say, "Oh, I don't have control of the ads," they're fucking lying to you, and they need to stop. They need to call them out on their bullshit.
Millions of streamers, and I'm sure 99% of them are idiots.
Of course. But if they say, "Hey, man, I don't control the ads," bullshit. They're lying to you.
They probably don't know. Yeah, they don't know.
They probably don't know, and if they know, they're lying. But ultimately, also, if you're an affiliate, if you don't have that many viewers, you're not making tons of money off ad revenue. Take that shit off your stream.
Personally,
you can take ads off of your stream. Yes, you can turn off ads. The only thing that you're gonna get is a pre-roll.
Yeah, but that's exactly the point. Like, if I'm a small streamer, I'm not cutting ads off because I'm gonna run them at times when I'm not doing anything, so that people don't get pre-roll ads. That's the whole point of the ads right now. Like, look, whether you make money or not, to me, as a small streamer, that's not the point. The point is you run the ads so that people that come in your shit randomly don't get those dumbass pre-roll ads. That's why I would do it.
So if you don't want pre-roll ads, you have to run 3 minutes of ads every hour for an hour of non-pre-roll.
Take a 3-minute break every hour, and then that's fine.
I used to do that. Honestly, I think it's better to just have the pre-roll because once they sit through the pre-roll, they're ad-free the rest of the way.
Most of the people are not sitting through a pre-roll.
I understand that. That's the truth, and that's why Twitch is down, and that's why Twitch ain't making money.
More pre-roll than the people that care about having an ad midstream.
And that's why people aren't making money, because most of the time people who are running ads, they're still getting pre-rolls anyway because of the way they have their ad set up.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
they don't have it for the runoff. They have it set up so that it gives you a pre-roll and you have to watch ads on top of that.
Fuck that. I'm making sure. Yeah, that's the fault of the streamer though. Not the fault of the system.
Absolutely.
So as a side note, real quick, since I just want to add this in, since we're kind of talking about it, it was kind of confirmed that the cost of retaining, when Twitch was paying for the streamers, it was confirmed that Twitch paid far more than what they would generate as revenue. So that's why they're not doing it anymore. So confirmed, they called it already.
That makes sense.
But,
that's
classic.
I feel like I saw a lot of comments on that, and they were really negative. And I'm like, what the fuck? Do people not understand how money works? Like, they were like, you should never did that shit to begin with. They did it because they didn't want to lose these people. This was when YouTube was buying up fucking. Mixer was sending out contracts. YouTube was sending out contracts to people, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure Twitch had contracts before that, but they were not. I'm sure people weren't as demanding as they were when they were getting offered contracts from Mixer and YouTube and shit. So they had to do it. So what the fuck? Like, I don't understand how people were like, they should never did that shit in the first place. They don't need more money. That was the first thing I said. That's the first thing I saw. They were like, these guys don't need more money. They need more money if you want to incentivize them to stay. The fuck? Like. Oh man, people that don't understand things are like the worst when they fucking just come out of their ass. Like I shouldn't have even looked at the thread. I don't know why I looked at the comments. I don't even know why I look at comments in the first place.
Never look at the comments.
It was so weird.
Sometimes
to see.
It's good. Like if I didn't look at comments, I wouldn't have gotten that whiplash meme. So
true, very true. You only look at comments for the memes. You're absolutely right. Yeah. But like, man. Of course they're gonna fucking. That's the first thing I would ask, right? If I'm trying to save money, and the environment now isn't as competitive as it was like 2 years ago, right? Like at the beginning of COVID and shit. It's not as competitive. Right. Like Twitch is still the place people go to watch streams, right? And I don't think that's gonna change anytime soon, unless someone just comes out of nowhere. Like we thought it was gonna be Kick, but Kick has too much. The stigma behind Kick is too negative for that to be like a big thing, like. Unless, I'm not gonna say it because you never know what the fuck could happen. But
who knows what could happen? But the people who could take advantage of that situation are not taking advantage of the situation.
Yeah, they didn't, and they dropped the ball. They still can, but I doubt they will. But
I doubt it.
The atmosphere isn't as competitive. Why would they not cut that? Why would they not stop paying millions and millions of dollars to these people? Why? Where are they gonna go? Like, where they gonna go? Rumble? Like, come on, bro.
Trollova.
Yeah, like come on. Where you gonna go, bro?
You ain't going anywhere.
But you gonna go to Mixer? Rest in peace.
I mean, only thing we got now is Kick.
Kick and YouTube.
Kick and YouTube is your only options potentially. And
Facebook don't count no more. Yeah.
Kick, we don't know how long that's gonna last. Potentially, they got big backing and funding from gambling, so it may be around for quite some time. But just know that if you go on that way and you go on that road,
audience is just different.
You're gonna have to do some gambling. Yep.
Yeah, you might have to. You're gonna do some underhanded.
You might have to do some gambling streams and sell gambling to the kiddies.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
And actually, YouTube, you just get lost.
Let me not say that.
And YouTube, you're just gonna get
right.
lost in the algorithm.
Sorry.
Hey man, get the bag.
I don't know, man. I just I think Twitch is in a good spot right now. I think they laid off a lot of people. They're doing what we said this before, but they're doing what they have to do now. And cutting the expenses, right? Hopefully from here it only goes up.
Yeah.
Obviously they're gonna start cutting features, right? I've been calling this for the longest. I'm pretty sure the Amazon Prime shit is next on the chopping block. Like, I really do think that shit is gone.
Well, you know what they got rid of? They got rid of their support shit for like all other regions, like the Japanese, like, all the different language, the Spanish ones. Like now, apparently, you just gotta put in a ticket, and who knows if someone will get back.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Twitch support is pretty much like, you know how they had like their own Twitter and stuff, like you can like, hey man, what's going on? You can't.
Oh yeah, they got rid of all the Twitch partner managers and all that shit. Yeah. That shit's crazy.
Yep. So,
but they're doing what they gotta do, man.
Yep.
Hopefully, it pays off.
I think it's going to be an interesting few months coming up because Twitch, I mean, they're in a position that they can do better. They may do better. They may be in a good spot. They may be in a bad spot since they're not profitable. But YouTube continues to drop the ball when they could absolutely run over them and potentially end Twitch if they were to just do certain things. But it doesn't seem like they don't care. It doesn't seem like, it seems like they're happy with what they're doing and continuing to ruin all their platforms, as a lot of YouTubers are stepping off and quote unquote retiring. But I think that's gonna retire our episode for today. We're gonna end with that, y'all. Just make sure before you retire your stream, that you hit that like, you hit the subscribe button, tune into our future episodes, and tune into this episode. We're posting on the daily on all platforms, TikTok, YouTube, and then you can check us out on Spotify, iTunes, and all of that good stuff. Make sure you check out the episodes, and we'll catch you guys again next week with more goodness. Catch you later, y'all.
Later.